Hello and welcome. Today we are going to talk about multi-area type. So what is this multi-area type? Multi-area type means in this there will be one boss called DR and second boss called BDR, and all our others are slave called DR others. So here are some theory part which I have written, which says how DR BDR election will happen, for what we have to do this, and how this works. Okay, how DRBDR election happens, let's study about them. See, in the last you see DRBDR election happens with the highest priority. So see in the last but three line, the during the election process the highest priority so of the router will be the DR. Okay, by default, okay, from the company the DRBDR priority is same. Okay, so it's like our priority is 1. Okay, so from the company by default I'll be having 111, so it's same, so it's a tie. Okay, so after first will be priority, after that we will see highest router ID. See, the next highest priority will be BDR. Then if all the routers priority is tie means same. Okay, then the highest router ID will become tiebreaker. Of course the router ID will not be same. I cannot give the same router ID in the network. Okay, so it's the router name will be special, so the highest router ID will become the DR. Fine, see here. But here in this topology it may not be possible, because I already went to the router 1 and I gave OSPF interface. So of course by default he will become the router ID, which is not correct. His router ID will be, let's go and check that. How do you check the router ID? You can check in many ways. Show IP protocol. Show IP protocol will show me the router ID, which is 111. Okay, show IP protocol will show me the router ID. So first let's assign the IP addresses. Simple, take a notepad, make changes, copy them, just press Ctrl C. So I'll just copy them and go to the router 2, go to configuration mode and just right click, it will automatically get pasted, and I'm done with the configuration. Same thing, I'm going to go to the router 3. I will change the number. This can be done even in the real routers. It's not only in the GNS3. I can do it even in the real routers. I'll be just copying it, and I'm going to router 3. I'm just going to paste it. Just right click. I'm done. Now I'm going to router 4. Four dot 4.4.4.4. Control C. It's done. Just right click. It's done. Okay, I'm going to router 5. Okay. I made a mistake in router 5. I had to do this as 5. 5.5.5.5. So let me go to router 5 and paste it again. Okay, now it's quite confusing. Okay, why? Because now I'm going to show you the DR and BDR. So I'm pretty sure you're going to get confused. Show IP, OSPF, neighbor. Okay, now the question is, I showed you in before. See here, the router's name have been changed. Okay, they have accepted 10.0.0.2 here. They have accepted 10.0.0.3. Why they didn't take loopback is because I gave the IP address first and I gave OSPF. This is a new thing which I have taught you today, how to give OSPF to the interface. So I assigned the interface first. That's the reason the router ID has become this. Okay, why they have not become 10.0.0.23? Okay, so let me show you how to change the router name. Okay, I want it to be 2.2.2.3.45. I don't want it to be from 10. Okay, so let me show you that. Okay, I will be going to the router 1. Router 1 I don't have to change because see here in the beginning I gave the loopback address first. That's the reason by default it took the loopback name. Okay, so now how do I change the router ID? I want it to be different. So router ID 2.2.2.2 I want it to be. So how will I do that? I can go to router. Let me check how do I do that. I have to go to the router OSPF 10 router ID 2.2.2.2. Okay, yes, so it's asking me to refresh. See here, I got a message. After you do that, clear IP OSPF process. I will do it in the last because I don't want to confuse you more. I will do it in the last. So I will go to router 3. I have to do the same thing. Router OSPF 10. I think in this video I have shown you everything, how to give OSPF to the interface, how to change the name of the router. Yes, so first let me show you what's the name here. Show IP protocol. See, it's 10.0.0.3. I don't want that. I want 3.3.3.3. So I will go to configuration mode and router OSPF 10 process ID, router ID 3.3.3.3. It's asking me to refresh again. It's not an error message. It's asking me to refresh the OSPF. Okay, why? Because I've changed the name. Okay, now we'll go to router 4. See, you don't have to do this every time. The best thing is give loopback address first in OSPF. Automatically it will take loopback address. Okay, so router OSPF 10 router ID 4.4.4.4. Then I'll go to router 5, router OSPF 10 router ID 5.5.5.5. Okay, the best way to avoid this so that we don't have to I'm getting an error message. Let me check what is that error message. See here, I'm getting a message, something duplication with 4. Let me check the IP address of this router. Show IP interface brief. Everything is fine. Show IP protocol. Okay, I need to change the router ID. Router OSPF 10 router ID is 5.5.5.5. So it's asking me every time I'm getting this message, clear IP OSPF process. Okay, so I will just copy this, Control C, and paste it. As soon as reset all the OSPF process, yes, I want to reset. That means it's refreshing. Okay, I'll copy this again. I have to do this in all the routers. I know you're kind of confused because you're learning a lot of new things. What is this? Why I'm doing this? See here, think you change your name. Okay, now your name is Muhammad. Yeah, so you changed your name. So you have to go to your school, change your name. You have to go to the passport office, change your name. You have to go to your different places to change your name. Yes, yeah, so same thing over here. If the router's name is changed, you need to reset. You need to tell everyone my name is changed. That's what I'm doing here. Okay, so I'm going to router 3 and I have to go to privilege mode and reset. Okay, so I'll just paste this and say yes, I want to reset. Okay, then I'm going to router 2 I'm just pasting this command. Clear IP OSPF process is to reset the OSPF. Okay, reset the name in the OSPF. That's it. Okay, now let's check who is DR and BDR. There's a lot of confusion now. Show IP OSPF neighbor. Okay, I think it's 2.2.2.2. What's wrong? They're sharing the information. Let's check. See here, by default the priority is 1. You remember I said the first is highest priority. See here, when I say show IP, I'm in router 1. My router ID is 1.1.1.1, my router name. So it will not be shown here. So Mohammed had a question, why I cannot see 1.1.1.1? Because it's my router. I have put the command neighbor. What do you mean my neighbor? So I am not my neighbor because I am 1.1.1.1. So how can my name be here? I'm asking to show my neighbors, not mine, not me. I want to show the neighbors, not myself. Yes, so it's not showing my router ID. It's showing only my neighbors. So the highest router ID is DR, that is 5555. Second highest is 4444. Okay, this is how it is. Why? Because the priority is same 1111. You see the priority? It is same for everyone. So priority is a tie. I cannot select based on priority, correct? So now I have selected based on router ID, router's name. Okay, now I don't want this to happen. Tomorrow someone might come, connect a new router and make it as 6666 and he will become DR, correct? Yes. No, I don't want. I want only router 1 to become DR. How will I do that? I have to change the priority. I will give them more priority. Okay, how will we do that? We will see that. Okay, okay, I want the router 1 to be always DR, always. Okay, so what will I do? I go to configuration mode. Okay, interface fast ethernet 1/0 and then say IP OSPF. Yes, good. Priority. Priority. So here we're not going to write the number. We're just going to say priority. Okay, what priority you want? I'll put a question mark. Give the highest priority 255 so that you will not have any competition. See, if I give 5 priority 5, tomorrow someone will come change the priority to 10 again. If I put 20, tomorrow some other router will come whose priority will be 30. So give 255 so that you will not have any competition. Yes, so change the priority to 255. Okay, so after that I want router 2 to become BDR always. So what to do? I will go to configuration mode, router, sorry, interface fast ethernet 1/0, IP OSPF, priority 254. Okay, fine. Okay, now DR will be always router 1, BDR will be router 2. Okay, what if DR fails? Of course BDR will become DR, and who will become BDR? Yes, there's a confusion. So what will I do? I will let it decide. Let 3 or 4 become BDR. Okay, but I don't want router 5. I don't trust router 5. Okay, I don't trust router 5. I don't want him to become BDR. I don't want him to become DR. Okay, fine. So I don't want him to become DR. I don't want him to become BDR. So what will I do? I will go to router 5 and change the priority to 0. When I say the priority is 0, that means he will never become DR and never become BDR. He will always be DR others. Okay, IP OSPF priority 0. Okay, fine. Do you understand? Yes, this is how it is. Now let me go and refresh. What is the command to refresh? Clear IP OSPF process. This is really important, okay, so that we refresh. Yeah, I gave you a big example of changing your name or changing anything, your documents or anything. You have to go and reset it. You have to go and refresh it. So I'll copy this. I will go to router 1 in privilege mode. I will paste it, okay, and say yes. And I will go to router 2, paste it, and say yes, I want to reset. Go to router 3 and say yes. Go to router 4, paste it and say yes. And go to router 5, paste it and say yes. You don't have to go to all the router and do it. It'll automatically be done, but still it's better to be on the safe side. Now we'll go to router 5 and check who is neighbor. Show IP OSPF neighbor. See here, you see this 255 priority. Yes, so he is DR, he is BDR. Okay, if DR dies, BDR will become DR, and if both dies, these two will become DR. Okay, after that, if after some time, if DR is back, after that, if you put clear IP OSPF process, he will automatically become DR directly. Okay, fine. Now another question is, these, you see the states, full state, they are in full state, and these two are in two-way state. They are DR others. Yeah. Correct. Now I will go to router 1 and show you clearly. Show IP OSPF process. Sorry, show IP OSPF neighbor. Okay, see here, I am DR. It's not showing because I am DR. Okay, all are DR others. And see the states in this. Okay, see the states. You studied in the last video about the states. Full, full, full. Here it's full. Okay, because I am DR, so all the states are full. Now focus on this. It's quite easy. Now I will say here, show IP OSPF neighbor. Yes, full, 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 because this is BDR. Now we'll go to router 3. Show IP OSPF neighbor. See here, DR others are in two-way state. Why? Why they are in two-way states? This is router 3. And what is router 3? It's DR other. Correct? It's DR other. Yes, Abdul Masih? It's DR other. Yes? So for this, router 1 is boss. Router 2 is going to be the second boss. Yes? Router 3 and router 5, router 4 is DR others. Yes? So why DR other cannot talk to DR other? Why? Because DR is a boss. If you need any information, anything, DR other will take permission from DR1, R1, and R1 will help them to talk. That's the reason they are in two-way. Two-way means only they can exchange the information. They cannot load, they cannot take any information from DR other. Very simple. DR other cannot talk to DR other because they are slave. Okay? If DR other wants to talk to DR other, he has to go to DR and DR will transfer the information to DR other. Got it? Yes. So now if you want to decide something, okay, you go to your father to take permission. Yes, and your father will give permission and he will help you to do that. Same thing, if you are DR other, you will take help from DR, and DR will help to talk to another DR other. Okay, do you understand? Yes, that's it about it. It's not complicated, it's quite simple. You just have to practice how to change the priority. Now I'll just try to shut down everyone, and I will try to do this as homework. Try to shut down everyone except router 5, because router 5 is 0, but still it will not become DR. Okay, try to do that because its priority is 0. Fine. So hope you understood everything. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next video. In next video we'll come up with CCNP OSPF advanced topic. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye bye. Thanks for watching.